County Borough Council's Cabinet meeting on Wednesday the 4th of March 2026. Please note that today's meeting may be recorded and broadcast on the authority's website. Any person in view of a camera is by virtue of attending consenting to be filmed until possible use of those images and sound recordings being used as outlined. Aware Democratic Services have already started the recording, so we will proceed. Okay, first item on the agenda is apologies for absence. Have none. Okay, second item is declarations of interest. Any? We have none. The third item then is the minutes of the previous meeting to approve for accuracy and enter into record the minutes of the meeting Wednesday the 11th of February 26. I'm happy to move the said minutes. Do we have a seconder?
Happy to second, Chair.
Thanks, Councillor David Jones. Any comments for accuracy? We'll take that to the vote then, please, guys.
So could all councillors in agreement with the recommendation please raise their hands? That's carried unanimously, Chair.
Thank you very much. Move on to agenda item 4, Q3 Performance, Risk and Finance Report 25-26. To consider the report of the Director of Governance and Resources and Director of Finance. And I have the honour of taking this report this afternoon. This report brings together performance, risk and finance data to provide decision makers key data on a regular basis. The report also starts to make connections between the three areas, and this can be built on as we continue to use these reports as part of our wider governance to inform scrutiny plans and our corporate plans. As this is the first year of reporting like this, we are continually learning and will adapt to meet the needs of the Council. That being said, I'm happy to move the recommendations as set out on pages 9 and 10 of the report numbered 2.1 to 2.8. Do we have a seconder?
Chair, I'm happy to second.
Thank you very much, Councillor Andrew Williams-Price. Andrew, before I go any further, do you want to add anything else, or are you okay?
No, thank you, Leader. That's covered everything.
Thank you very much. So we'll take that to members' questions. Members' comments?
No comments, Chair.
Excellent. We'll take that to the vote then, please, Gary.
Okay, so could all councillors in agreement with the recommendation please raise their hands? Yeah, that's carried unanimously, Chair.
Thank you very much. Agenda item 5, the 3 to 16 formula funding September 26 to consider a report of the Director of Education, Councillor Gareth Lewis.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Hello, everyone. This report asks Cabinet to approve a new 3 to 16 funding formula for Blessed Carlo Acutis Catholic School to take effect from the 1st of September 2026, when the school moves to its new purpose-built single-site building. Currently, the school is funded, as it were, still 4 separate schools across 4 sites. Once it moves into one building, that approach no longer makes sense. So a single 3 to 16 formula has been developed with corporate accountancy and discussed with the school and the school's budget forum. The proposed formula keeps the core elements of the existing primary and secondary models, but adds 3 key features to reflect the whole through school nature. So there's funding for a new head of school in addition to the executive head teacher. There's funding for a new non-teaching leadership post to support school working. 5% uplift for teachers' workload, recognising the additional cross-phase responsibilities in a 3 to 16 setting. Overall, the new model reduces the school's annual funding by £260,000 per year, mainly because of single site requirement. A single site requires fewer leadership, caretaker and administrative posts than 4 separate sites. The part year effect in 26-27 is a reduction of £155,000. Full consultation with all schools took place in January and February. Every school responded, and support for the proposed elements of the formula was strong across all questions. Blessed Carlo Acutis School supports the model, but has asked for transitional arrangements to help manage the £265,000 reduction while they work towards a sustainable budget. Those discussions are ongoing with Education and Finance. If Cabinet approves the proposal today, the new formula will be implemented from September 2026, and the school will receive its detailed allocation for 26-27 in March. Work will continue on where the transitional support is appropriate. The recommendation is outlined in the report under 2.1, and that is the council approves the introduction of the 3 to 16 formula allocation from September the 1st, 2026, as outlined in Appendix 1 and 4.3 to 5.3 rather, be approved. I so move. Thank you, Chair.
Thanks, Councillor Lewis. Do we have a seconder?
Happy to second, Chair.
Thanks, Councillor Louise Medvokes. Do we have any questions? Councillor Scriven.
Yeah, it's just on the BCA stuff around the transitional time. Was there any indication of how long, if there's a transitional phase put in place, then how long they would need? Was that not something we're aware of?
Sue, do you want to come in on that one?
They've asked for it for a number of years, Jamie, so we're actually, Councillor Scriven, so we're actually working with them to see what that will look like. They have presented us with a plan because they are in a deficit budget, so we're looking to see how we can support that moving forward. So it's not as easy to say it's definitely just going to be for 1 year or 2 years. It's how we actually, it's whether we agree to it in the first place and how we actually take that forward then.
Okay, no problem. Thanks, Sue.
Do we have any other questions?
I was going to leave.
Take that to the vote then, please, Geraint. Sorry, any comments? Sorry.
No
We take
comments.
that to the vote.
Okay, so could all councillors in agreement with the recommendation please raise their hands? That's carried unanimously, Chair.
Thanks, Geraint. Agenda item 6 is an information report on adult services transformation programme. Agenda item 7, other business to deal with any urgent business deemed urgent for the chair. I have none. We'll move on to agenda item 8, which is exempt report. So in order for the following to be considered in private, it's suggested that the public be excluded from the meeting of the grounds that involves the likely disclosure of exempt information as defined in paragraphs 14 under part 4 section of schedule 12A, section 100A4 of the Local Government Act 1972. I'm happy to move that. Do we have a second then?
Happy to second, Chair.
Thanks, Councillor David Jones.
All those in favour of section 100, please raise their hands. Marvellous, thank you. That's
Excellent. Matthew, can I confirm we've stopped recording?